Professor Rita Akusia-Addison. Vice Chancellor says that it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the beautiful campus of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi. As a university management, we are delighted that our campus has become the permanent venue for the annual conference of the ministers of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. She says, we take pride in this not only for our association with you, distinguished great men of God, but your presence here annually has brought great blessings upon our university, akin to the story of Obed-Edom, as recorded in 2 Samuel 6 and verse 11. 2 Samuel 6 and verse 11 says, thus the ark of the Lord remained in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite for 3 months, and the Lord blessed him and all his household. That our university performs excellently in rankings across Ghana, West Africa, and the rush for our programs by students in Ghana and the sub-region are just 2 examples that I want to cite. If it's not in your constitution yet, please insert in it in the next review that the National Ministers Conference shall be held annually at KNUST and nowhere else. God bless his church. Chairman of conference, the increasing number of students every year in support of government's vision to provide opportunities for as many young men and women as possible to have university education, the university is beginning to face serious challenges with security. Although the security agencies have been very supportive in this regard, we believe strongly that you as men of God have a great role to play in nurturing the children right from the Sunday school so they do not depart from it, in line with Proverbs 22 and verse 6. We appreciate the role you and the various churches play in shaping the child and the youth through Christian education, but I believe that the time has come for us to do more. The university provides support to students in various forms through academic tutorial system and counseling services to improve the behavior and morality of students. We have on record that your church has a membership of over 2,000 on campus. I want to assure you this morning that the university shall continue to provide the needed support to such Christian organizations on campus, the hope that their lives will eventually impact on other students to make their lives better on campus. I guess that you will have peace and conducive environment for teaching and learning if all students on campus were Christians. It is in line with this that I find your conference theme, Christ in You, the Hope of Glory, interpreting our Reformed heritage in the light of contemporary challenges in the church and society, timely, appropriate, and very relevant at this time. People of God, it appears that we are not making the needed impact in the lives of especially the youth, who are going to be our future leaders in the area of discipline, sense of responsibility, and good citizenship. I believe strongly that your role in facilitating the improvement in some of these key areas in the church and society will be discussed at this conference. I am proposing the design of assessment instruments to measure continually the impact of our preaching, teaching, and other activities on our church members. Perhaps the time has come for us to strategize and tailor our sermons to specific needs of society for rapid development of our dear country. We look forward to a stronger partnership with the church as major stakeholders in training the workforce for this country. One other area that I'm proposing stronger partnership is in the area of career counseling. This will guide the students in selecting suitable programs as they apply for university admission. Let me humbly say that sometimes parents, including those of us here, force our children into programs they have no interest, which usually leads to poor academic performance. I think the church has a role to play in this regard. Chairman of conference, A quick glance at your conference dossier indicates a very packed program outline. But please, find time to tour our campus, especially to the new sites, including the business school where we are presently, the new Faculty of Social Sciences, which is that behind there, the medical village, our wellness center, and our botanical gardens, which provide an excellent environment for meditation and prayer. I wish you a fruitful conference and a good relaxation as well after the tough Christmas and New Year activities. Vice Chancellor says, please do not hesitate to inform us if there's anything we can do to make the 2023 conference a memorable one. On this note, Vice Chancellor says, I thank you sincerely for the invitation and the participation of your executive at our first day at work in the year devotion yesterday, a routine activity of the university. He says, may God bless you, your ministry, your church members, and your families throughout 2023. Vice Chancellor says, Happy New Year once again to you all, and you are most welcome to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Amen.
Thank you very much, Prof. and your team. We are so privileged, and tell the VC that we thank her very much for her representation. God bless you. Assessment of our preaching and our teachings to find out whether members are assimilating them. Thank you very much. We want to invite ROTC, Ramsey Training Center, ROTC. Christ Church. Shall we put our hands together as they come, led by the senior presbyter and the minister in charge, Reverend Ernest or Damian Sare. Papa.
The Right Reverend Professor J.O.Y. Manti, the moderator of the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, and the chairperson or the chairman of this occasion. We are here as the Christ family, the Presbyterian congregation on campus. Before I say something and just hand over to the senior presbyter, I would like to introduce the delegation with me. The representatives of the Vice Chancellor, Acting Vice Chancellor, Reverend Professor Charles Ansa, is the Minister of the Christ Congregation. The Senior Presbyter, Dr. Lawrence Dakwa. Let's see you. Yeah. We have Madame Agnes Frimpong Mensah, a presbyter. We have Catechist Samuel Sefa Adane, Catechist of the Church. And we have one of our staunch members, Mrs. Nana Ajua Insedu. We are here to welcome you officially and also to greet you. We are the host congregation. We are also always delighted to have you on campus. And whenever you come, it is not only the institution that receives the blessings. We as a congregation also receive much blessing. So I'll add my voice to the Acting Vice Chancellor to have it inserted, probably if not in the constitution of the PCG, the Minister's Constitution, yes, that here should be a permanent venue. So we wish you a fruitful deliberation, and before we wind up, I would like to call on the senior presbyter to say the kura.
Papa, thank you. Moderator, chairperson, and ministers, all protocols observed. Papa, on behalf of Christ Congregation KNUST, we have a small parcel that we want to hand over Papa, we couldn't get much, but the little of 3,000 Ghana cedis for you to support the work. Again, for and on behalf of Professor and Mrs. E.A. Jackson of Jackson Education Complex, please represent this gift also to you. Wish you a fruitful deliberations. Thank you. The moderator of the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the clerk, our past principal officers, moderators and clerks, the Executive Council of the Ministers' Conference, and fellow ministers of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, we bring you greetings from the Ramsey Training Center. This is the beginning of another year, and we are grateful to you for the opportunity that each year you grant us to share with you in bringing greetings. We will always begin with appreciation. With profound gratitude, we wish to express our appreciation to conference for the favor we enjoy with you all. We begin with the acknowledgement of the love, support, and care with which the majority of you relate to us. We mention again your efforts in the challenging task of identifying and processing trainees for selection for pre-consecration and pre-commissioning training. In our line of duty, having the right intake cannot be overemphasized. It is critical for the turning out of the right caliber of agents for our church. We also acknowledge your support for the continuous professional development programs that have been approved for ministers. Topping all these up is our gratitude for your prayer, encouragement, and material support to the center. We particularly wish to acknowledge before you all the GAN West, and Brong-Ahafo Presbyteries for their unique partnering with us in the provision of an annual interest-free financial facility at the beginning of the year to shove us up to take off smoothly. GAN and GAN West have been with us in this for the past 2 years, and last year, the Brong-Ahafo Presbytery joined in this noble cause. God bless you. We also acknowledge the General Assembly Council for the move to have a hostel of excellent contemporary standards completed for use at the center. RTC belongs solely to the church, and when the owner tends to provide quality facility for the center, it is an exciting pleasure to behold and acknowledge. RTC's mandate and our commitment. RTC's interpretation of the mandate given to her by the church will read inter alia, devote her efforts, capacities, and resources to the formation and development of ministry skills, both of the lay and of the ordained, first to the PCG and then to all others. The center must therefore be ready in appropriate condition at all times for training, retreat, and conferencing. This mandate, we, the management faculty and staff of RTC, hold as sacred, and for this we toil, struggling with all the energy of Christ through his Holy Spirit that he so powerfully works within us. To do this, we hold ourselves ready to develop a particular quality of service culture and to deliver the same in all that we do, be it training, retreat, or conferencing. We do acknowledge that this mandate is a tall order and that we are not at the level of our projected minimum excellence just yet, though we also acknowledge that we've made a lot of strides in this direction, also because we have the favor of having to build on the excellence of our predecessors. Deriving from our strategic thrust, we have worked on curricula and models of delivering training. We are still working on our staff and faculty quality and attitudes to work and relationships. We have also worked on our ambience and facilities, but we must say that our ambience and facilities are a work in progress. But for the financial challenges of the economy in the country, the center would have already been a more pleasurable sight to behold. We assure you that we will continue to work towards that state with the breath of God in our sails. We will get there in God's own time, we believe. Our aim is that whenever anyone enters the center, that one should be proud of being a Presbyterian, and that the state of the center at any given time should elicit praises from each one of us to the Lord Most High. Delivering on our mandate. The approach of RTC to formation is to first have a clear definition and a picturesque description in all its details of the quality of persons and ministry skills we must send out to the PCG, and then work towards that. This definition and description we constantly review and revise to keep us in proper focus on the needs and desires of our church. Being in such a step is necessary for us because things and situations around us keep changing. This having been done, the second step we take in our foundational task is to focus on the faith and doctrine of the persons we train. With that set in motion, we commit to creating the nexus between faith derived from doctrine and biblical and contextualized quality of life in all its dimensions. Our understanding of our task here is not to just produce knowledge manifesting in cognitive prowess as an end in itself. RTC's mandate is to use cognitive prowess as a means together with other transformed life. That is to say, contextualized Christ-likeness. Such a quality must manifest in competent ministry, ministry to God in worship, ministry to the self in nurture, ministry to others and all of creation in missions and evangelism. Indeed, such a quality of life must result in being excellent in all things pertaining to life and godliness. This is belief firmly that what a person does emanates from who the person is, just as who a person and faith. Our axiom here are focused on transferring them through all that we do to those we train. If we take matters of integrity as a case in point, we expect our trainees to be committed to their pursuit of righteousness to the extent that when we write examinations as RTC, soon the greatest number of ministers of our beloved church will be alumni of RTC. We thank you all for hosting, facilitating, guiding, and supervising our SMT trainings when they are posted to you for the by GAC. On the practicum, a trainee is supposed to be stationed in a single particular congregation so that they will have opportunity to concentrate and follow through with the syllabus and be exposed to what they are learning for the particular effect. GAM Presbytery, Asante, and Sechre Presbyteries called on RTC last year to ready to do same for any presbytery that may call on us. Finally, I'll take the opportunity again to thank all of you, particularly the General Assembly Council, including our principal officers, and the GAM West and Broken Harbour Presbyteries for the unique partnership that you have shown to RTC. Thank you very much.
Ready, minister spouses.
The moderator, who is the chairperson for this occasion, past principal officers, then the president of the Ministers' Conference. I bring you warm greetings from my rector, the Reverend Professor B.Y. Kwashi, who wish to have been here, but an equally important assignment has not made it possible for him to be here. He has written a personal letter to each one of you. I'm just highlighting some key things. So he talks about his warm New Year greetings to you and your families, and then your congregations, and also solicits your assistance, because we are facing some challenges which he doesn't want to leave behind. In the letter, he mentions that in a been teaching for several years in Akrofi and serving the church for theology, mission, and culture, has several challenges, one of them being perennial financial challenges. In spite of the achievements that the Institute has made for over the years, being the first private institution to be granted presidential charter in 2006, we have been able to produce over 30 people with PhDs. For those who have MA and Masters, several hundreds of them. The one big challenge that we face now is every year we are not able to balance our budget, and we need your help so much. He says he doesn't want to leave Akrofi in this predicament. So his appeal is that you assist in whatever way so that you not leave Akrofi having these challenges. And there are several ways that you can help us. First thing is that he has asked that we organize some continuing education programs that we can allow our church members to participate in. So you can help to recruit your church members so that they can participate in these continuing education programs. One of them being a certificate course in mission and evangelism, another on Christian-Muslim relations, another on Christian care. Then the fourth one that we have is also on leadership and Christian witness in the public sphere. So dear friends, this is the gist of the letter, and I want to also personally appeal to us that if we all contribute, we can make Akrofi to continue to make the church proud, because Akrofi is your baby, and we trust that your continuous support for Akrofi will be a great blessing. So first, you can come and study, or you can have your church members come and study with us. On his behalf, I want to say a big thank you for this opportunity, and you will receive personal letters so that you can know what you have to do. God bless you.
That's it.